Assalamualaikum viewers, how are you all? My name is Ahmad Waqar Azhar. In today's video we are going to discuss what kind of delivery apps are available in Rawalpindi, Pakistan, and I wanted to rank which ones are the best and which ones are the worst, because delivery apps are kind of important in these areas, as we can't always move, we can't always go to grocery stores, or it's just that the fact that it is good that the rider also gets benefit, that we can tip them and we get our things, the basic needs that we want in our house, the ज़रूरियाती ज़िंदगी जिसे कहते हैं, basic needs that one wants can be fulfilled through this method, and it is very useful in that matter. So today I will rank some apps that we have used in the past and are currently using. For example, now I have prepared 10 apps which we have used in the past, and as you can see they have different tiers on which they all depend. So first of all, let's start with Grocer app. Grocer app is a service that we have used in the past and we were quite happy with the service. We also used its subscription, and as we live in Rawalpindi, these grocery apps are particularly useful because at that time Imtiaz was not near our house. We used to live in another area. So let's what happened later on is that grocery apps started to become a little useless for us, as they used to delay the orders as long as they could, and they were sending rotten items to their customers, which is absolutely non-acceptable, and we reported this issue, and later on they decided to stop their delivery service in Rawalpindi. They are still open in other places like Karachi, Lahore, etc., but they are not available in Rawalpindi as of this video. So that is the end of Grocer app, and I'd say it's a solid D for me. It's a solid D. Now F, I'll give you a little example of what the tiers that I'm trying to organize them into are trying to specify. What are they trying to justify? S is like the best, A is like good, perfect, B is like good enough, A is like good, and let's say F is like the worst, absolutely worst service ever. So now let's go to Cheetah app. Cheetah app is an app we still use, and it is quite a useful app. The only problem with Cheetah app is that it has redundancy of inflated prices, and this is a big problem in today's era, as people have to cooperate, people have to try and cope with the महंगाई, the absolute inflation of prices, atta, ghee, chini, sugar and everything. It is difficult to cope with, and they are making things more than expensive, which is unfortunate, but it delivers on time, and the riders are okay for the most part. The delivery works out fine, and everything works out well. So let's say right now I will send it to A tier. Now we will talk about Food Panda. Food Panda is an app which we use for grocery delivery. Uh, it has a section known as Panda Mart. Panda Mart. Other than that, you can also order food from KFC, McDonald's, and Domino's Pizza, whatever. It's your choice. And the Panda Mart is decent, I must say. It has vouchers which you can use on your orders, which will help you in making the which will help in discounts for your orders. Other than that, what I liked about Food Panda is that now they have integrated a new Easy Paisa system. Basically, if a rider comes at your doorstep, if you do not have any cash, you can also pay with Easy Paisa if your rider has an Easy Paisa account or even a Jazz Cash account. It all depends on what the rider feels good with. Mostly they have it for the most part, and it is decent enough. We use it for the most part, and up till now we use it, but I will say that there are times when they do not send good things, and food delivery apps are not that great either. They're just something that you can use for if you are starving, if nothing is made at your home, and that even in that circumstance it's not very viable. So for now, this app belongs, I'd say, in the A tier as well. It is decent. Cheesy and Food Panda are now competing with each other. Now let's talk about Crave Mart. Crave Mart is an app which was released like a year ago or a few months back, I believe, and it is basically just useless. Honestly, it is absolutely garbage app. They do never deliver on time. The riders, man, I'm not gonna complain a lot about this app. It's just that if you ask me, you should not use this app, as there is no fixed rate for anything. They might increase one thing to any price and they expect people to buy it, which is not something that happens. And in Crave Mart, their customer service is also like nothing, compared to nothing. They only have a chat system. They have no contact services. Like Grocer app had a customer helpline which you could call and have special VIP privileges as compared to other applications. But this app in particular has no integrated, no call services. It only has a chat system, which is a very big downgrade. And they've also sent us rotten stuff, and they've just they send used things to their customers, which is absolutely a felony. It is not a good thing. So let's say Crave Mart, for now we will not use this app. We will put it in the F tier, the worst, as we will not use it again. Now moving on, we'll talk about Jovi app. Jovi is an app which was a pretty great app in my opinion. It was released some time back, and we used to use it when I was going to Torshia Academy, like 4 or 5 months ago, during my preparation for Pindi board exams. And what happened is that Jovi unexpectedly, when it was in service, it just unexpectedly after some time it shut down. There is no reason as to why it shut down. But before that, when we were using it, what my father liked about this app is that the riders were cooperative. They They did not ask too many questions. This is not particularly a grocery app. This is more like a food oblique grocery app, just like Food Panda. And Jovi app has options like you can order something from the pharmacy, order something from Sabzi Mandi, where you can get vegetables, fruits. You have a lot of options, and you can send your send through EasyPass as well. It's a system that works in our era. When they go to get your item, they basically, first of all, they purchase that item from their own money, and then when they come at your doorstep, they will also take delivery fees plus some taxes, and also the order item. So it was a quite decent app, but unfortunately it has closed down and it is not operational. They said that they were going to re-release it again, but I do not think they will release it again. This is a similar thing which happened to another app which I'm going to tell you about just now. So it was decent while it lasted. But for now I'll say it's C tier because it's no longer operational for us, and it's unfortunate. The next app we are going to talk about is Airlift Express. Airlift Express is an app which was good at the start but started to downgrade. ये अपने ज़वाल की तरफ चला गया ये एप्लीकेशन. ये Airlift Express was a decent app at first, but as time went on, what had happened is that this app was not what it used to be. The riders, they used to misbehave on people's doorsteps when you don't have change, even though it's their responsibility. They should bring change if we tell you in advance that we don't have any change. But this is just normal for these delivery apps. They don't bring change that often. That's why EasyPass is a good benefit that you can do digital transactions. Nonetheless, this app, when we reported this incident, one time an incident happened with my father that a rider was not an untrained rider was sent to our house in another area. I'm not talking about this area. And basically that area is also in Rawalpindi. We live in two areas. This is also in Rawalpindi, that is also in Rawalpindi. So Airlift Express was decent while it lasted, but at the beginning, then Dad decided to report this issue, and they did not take any action whatsoever. And that is how karma bited back them. Their whole service shut down. They had to shut down and gone. Airlift, you know nothing about Airlift. I must say it is like the worst service ever. So this also goes in the F tier. F tier. Now we'll talk about Al-Fateh application. Al-Fateh is an app which never has items in stock. We once needed a hygiene jumbo roll, which is a pretty useful product that Rose Petal Tissue Company used to sell. They never had what we wanted, and always they just made excuses for anything we wanted to have. They have made their app better with time, but we do not order from this app at all. So I have had very low experience with this app, but we have tried to order at times, and sometimes the order was in place. It just, there were technical issues. This app was just a disaster. So Al Fateh also goes in the F tier. Now we will talk about Baikia app. Baikia app is basically an app which is also used to like deliver grocery items if you want, or food items, not in particular grocery items. It's also an app which you can specify what you want from anywhere. Baikia was good, but the problem with the riders is that they do not bring receipts with them, receipts that they should bring to your home. And if they do not bring the receipt, then how would you know the actual price of the item you wanted to pay for? There has been some instances where they have asked more than what the actual price is, and they do not agree that we have done something wrong, which downgrades their reputation by a lot. So Baikia was decent, and most of the time we do not use Baikia, but whenever we want to order something from a restaurant, not particular restaurant, a bookshop, something, the owners usually send these items through Baikia application, and things work out. The thing is, Easy Paisa has really been a benefit as compared to giving in cash, because the change is a big issue. So Baikia, by all means, is not bad, and it's still operational. So I will say it belongs in the C tier, or C, or I mean, honestly, Jovi was better. Jovi was better than Baikia, and that's that. Other than that, if we talk about now, we will move on to the next application, Careem Ride. Careem Ride is basically an application whose sole purpose was to take one person from one location and drop them in another, just pick and drop service. But Careem was originally a taxi ride application. You can get rides from the app for bikes, for cars. So we did not consider it a very good app, as its prices for picking up from one location to another from a car. Specifically, we use cars, AC rides at times. The prices were way too expensive as compared to Uber or InDrive, an app which is quite decent in today's era. So Careem app was kind of not something very useful we used to have. Then we wanted to see if it had more options. We saw on a Facebook ad that it had more options other than only taxi rides. We found that it also had a food delivery option, just like Jovi, just like Baikia, which was really helpful. And at times we needed to deliver. We needed to order some medicines, anything. And nowadays Baikia is quite a good application. It is we use it for anything we want to have, for anything. So Careem app is, I must say, decent application. In my opinion, where will I put this application? This also goes in the A tier. Now notice I haven't placed anything in the S tier, right? That is because nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. The Careem app also has problems, like the riders do not take the ride and they cancel it, and without any reason, and at times there are problems, minor problems. They're not as big as other apps. Last but not least, we will talk about Metro Online. Metro app is an app which was decent when it first started. We used to order some egg trays, something that is useful, like drinks, cartons, and it was fine at first, but their riders were not very cooperative. We ordered one time we also ordered a washing machine from it, and the rider did not cooperate to tell us how it worked, and we wanted to order an iron istri हमें चाहिए थी, an iron, but we wanted it in a gold plated, it was shown in a gold plated color. They sent us a silver plated color, which is honestly just a disappointment. And at that day that was not a very good order. So after that we decide not to place much orders. We usually used to order it with bread, eggs for breakfast. Other than that, it was not very useful. It was just okay. So if you ask me where would I place this app, okay, let's do it in D. D is fine. Alright, so this is what I've created. This is my tier list, and I hope you like my videos and subscribe, share, like. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.